think it's on.
I think you're dead on. Nice.
Hey, how are you guys? This is Rob Miller from CrossFit Delaware Valley, CrossFit Harmony, CrossFit Yards, CrossFit KOP.
Nice.
This is Bill Greco
Howdy.
of Thunderbird Pizza in
The one.
Broomall. You probably already know him. You've had
Famous
his wings
wings.
and pizzas and strombolis for years.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And Bill's going to do an interview with us today. Bill is a member at CrossFit Delaware Valley and has worked with us now for about 9 months.
Yeah, just joined in September.
Yep, has a pretty interesting story, and we want to talk about it. So,
Cool.
without further ado,
That's right.
let's start with the first question. Where were you from a fitness and wellness and health perspective 10 months ago?
Compared to now, I would say just in that lazy global gym atmosphere where I would just go every day and slug some weights around, just it was a thing to do.
Yeah,
And not really, I thought I was keeping in shape.
sure.
I thought I was.
Yeah,
Until I joined here.
okay.
And then I found out the real story.
The real story,
I was
man.
just being lazy and just like, go
What
through
kind of
the
stuff were
motions.
you doing?
I was just doing some barbell work and some dumbbell work. Nothing,
Yeah.
nothing real heavy and nothing real cardio wise. It was always
I
just
see.
lifting heavy weight
Yeah,
until September when I joined here, and it amped things up a lot.
okay. So were some of the movements that you were doing, like,
Yeah, I was doing
The
some
standard gym stuff.
presses. There was no elliptical movements at all. It was just it was all standard presses and leg machines and
curls and...
curls. Yeah, I mean
Yeah.
it was just typical global gym stuff.
Okay. What made you come in? Did you put the decision off for a while?
Oh,
or
I did. Liz kept saying to me,
Who's Liz?
Liz is my wife.
Okay.
She said, hey, there's Gordon. Nice to see you. She basically had asked me to join a few times, and I said, it seemed to be a little more intense than what I would like.
Yeah.
And finally, I'd had enough of where I was, and basically came over here in September for some kind of open gym night. And Kara actually ran it and kicked my ass. I mean, she had us outside doing kettlebell work and running 100-meter sprints and just like going balls to the wall. It was
Awesome.
insane.
Yeah?
And when I
Did you
got
think you were
home,
going to die?
I thought I was going to die. I
Yeah.
actually thought I was going to throw up.
Yeah.
And when I got home, I said, guess what? I think I found a new home.
Oh, cool.
It was awesome. I knew right away that night that I was going to join.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, it was just such a different, intense, total workout.
Yeah.
I mean, you felt like you were actually doing something. I used to leave the other place, and I was just like, I would go in as fresh as and leave as fresh as I was when I
Yeah.
went
Not the effort that you saw
in. No,
here.
not at all.
Yeah.
This is,
It's funny, that story, because what we find sometimes is there's two kinds of people. They come for that first trial workout. They really get a really, tough workout, and then they're either like, hey, hell no.
Right.
Or they were, sign me up.
Right.
And you were in that sign me up
I was
camp.
not sign me up. As soon as I got in the car, I couldn't even move my arms. I just basically, I was hoping for all left turns on the way home.
Right. NASCAR.
No,
Yeah, yeah.
It was bad. It was bad. Just a circle.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's happened in the 9 months, since? Like, tell us about the first couple of weeks and the first couple of months, and how did you grow?
First couple weeks were tough. I mean, I met with you, and we went through some standard, like, Olympic movements, basically, some cleans and some stuff off the rack. And, I felt lost a little bit in the beginning because I don't know that we had elements when I first joined.
Yeah.
So I sort of missed out on the elements, which you guys have gotten back since. But I'll tell you, taking the classes with Larry and Chris and yourself, I mean, basically just the attention and that I had to put into learning the movements. And once I got them down, it's been just like the best. I mean, physically, my weight's the lowest it's ever been.
Wow, that's cool.
I'm down to 195, which I don't think I was 195 in the last 10 years of my life. And physically, my cardio is just, I can go all day long. I got 2 7-year-old kids at home.
Yeah.
No problem keeping up with them. I'm probably, without a doubt, at the age of 51 in the best shape of my life.
Oh,
No
that's
question
great.
about it. And it's not like, it's not all just the weightlifting. I come in here, you guys have the AMRAPs and the Metcons, and it's just a good, solid workout.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me about the other guys in class. You're one of those.
I'm
You're
a-
always at 4,
I'm
right?
at 4 o'clock, same.
That's a
4
pretty
o'clock.
defined crew.
It is.
It's always a similar. There's onesies and twosies,
Right.
but it's mostly Jay.
I think it's the filthy 4 o'clockers they call
Yeah.
themselves. It's Dennis, and it's it's sometimes Gordon and Jason, and it's that crew. Larry's always running the class.
Yeah.
And Larry's a character as it is. I
Yeah,
mean, my
sure he
God,
is.
who doesn't love Larry? And
No.
he's an absolute. I call him Lucifer
Yeah, it is.
Just some of the workouts he comes up with are just
Yeah.
insanity. But those guys are the best. I mean, it's not just coming here; it's like the community.
Yeah.
Like, I used to tease my wife. I said, "You're in like some kind of cult over
Yeah.
there," you know.
Sure.
And she used to laugh and say, and I said, "That's why we'll probably never join." But when I joined here, I was like, "Nah, it's not. It's not a cult. This is just like a. They feel like you're brothers and sisters here. You know,
Yeah.
everyone pushes each other's. They root each other on. It doesn't matter. Like they become like your best friend.
Yeah.
I have a lot of friends through my business, but coming here, I'm like, wow, I got like a whole second family here.
Sure.
These guys are awesome. It's like no man left behind any day you work out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's like, and that's that bond that you share with people when you're charging that beach together or whatever analogy you use to describe these workouts, because it can feel like that.
It really does.
You're looking at the end of this thing, you have 100 reps in front of you, and you're not really sure, hey, can I do that?
Right. And the thing is, so many times I come in, I won't even look at the workouts every day, but sometimes I come in, look at the board, and go, oh my God, what did I get myself into today?
Yeah.
Am I going to be able to get through it?
Yeah.
We came in and did Dio a few weeks ago, and I was like, wow, I've never run a whole mile. I've never done 100 burpees in a row, and then we had another mile, and guess what? I finished it like 30 seconds behind Dennis, who's been here for a long time, and I felt like I had such a huge accomplishment.
Yeah.
And he was in front of me the whole way, and as soon as I came in, he was waiting for me.
That's great.
It was awesome.
That's cool.
Yeah, there's some great people here.
Yeah, I not to steal the story, but I had a customer call today. Gym phone rang, and I'm trying to explain to this woman what it's all about, and she's asking me about the character of the group. And I think this is probably pretty similar in most CrossFit gyms. They're regular people.
Mm-hmm.
It's a collection of regular people that choose to do this thing together, and so
they're intense. It's a different kind of mentality coming here because you're so committed.
Yeah.
The commitment it's not like you feel like you're dragging your butt to the gym like at the place I used to be. When you come here, you're like driven to get here.
Yeah.
And you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
And when you miss, you actually feel a little guilty about it.
Yeah.
Which is weird because why the hell am I feeling guilty for resting a little bit?
Yeah, sure.
So it's just been a life-changing experience, and I'll tell you what, focus outside of here, everything. When you feel good, you look good, and you just approach everything different.
Yeah,
and
sure.
That's definitely something that has changed for me.
Oh, that's cool.
It's definitely changed how I do things outside of here as well.
Yeah. With the business and the family.
Absolutely, with everything. It's just a more positive outlook with everything you do.
So speak to the guy, whatever, works in an office, works in a factory, whatever the guy does, who sees himself as an out of shape, almost at the point of giving up. What do you say to that guy?
I say that don't think this would be a great move for anybody in that position, because you come in here and you think you're going to have to do the RXs the way they're set up, the standard weights, but you guys allow us to scale it back to weights to accommodate ourselves. And hey, if you can't run that mile, run 800 meters or half the mile, whatever. You guys can break it down any way you want to physically change what's going on. I have plenty of friends that are overweight. I've told them, this place will kick you in the ass and get it going for you. Yeah. And they've actually been intimidated by it because they think CrossFit, it's like it's like the hardest workout going on right now. It's not true. It's not true at all. You guys can scale it back any way you want, weight wise, distance wise, and then at some point you're going to find your groove. And guess what? I can run that mile. Now I can lift that 135 pounds on that RX, whatever it takes to do it.
Yeah, sure.
And physically, if you don't do it, you're going to regret it because we're not getting any younger,
that's for sure.
And physically and mentally, it's going to take you down.
I'm a couple of years behind you, but I feel that way too. I talk to guys that I went to high school with and peers from those days, and it's and for very little buy-in, I'm only training. Me personally, and I own the gym, and I only train 3 or 4 days a week, and I still feel like I have pretty good results, and it supports your life. So
well, look at you, damn stud.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Well, that's probably a good time to wrap it up. We've gone over 9 minutes anyway.
Cool.
I want to thank you for coming in here and being a part of our group, and thanks for agreeing to do this.
Thanks for having me.
Oh yeah, no worries. I think a lot of people find the story interesting. Again, just to plug Bill and what Bill does. Bill, again, one of our athletes, but he runs Thunderbird Pizza, the best chicken wings you will find in Delaware County. And you can literally call up and have 300 of them in an hour. That's fantastic service. So give him a shout, Thunderbird Pizza. And CrossFit Delaware Valley is the place where we did the interview today. Come on down, try a workout.
Peace.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks.